Pittsfield to Berlin to Snow Hill moving through. And not bad on Wycomico travel. 50 from Willage to Pittsfield over to Parsonsburg. Bypass around Salisbury looking good, and 50 good to the Bay Bridge. That's your traffic for the Voice Radio Network.
We're live.
Come on over. Come on over, baby.
Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed, Jermichael. Ain't nothing changed.
Honey. I'll keep my hand to myself, though, because we're live. But when we go off, I'm going to be all over you.
Something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. Hey, good morning. It's 8:24. It's a Bill and Jessica show. We welcome our good friend, Jermichael Mitchell, back live in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. What's up?
Man, so good to see you. So good to see our dear
We're
friend,
having a
Jermichael
great
Mitchell. I
time.
love
What's
it.
up, man? It's good to be seen and good to be here. Man.
Yes, absolutely. Brought some Dunkin'. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
Yeah, most definitely, of course.
As
Yeah.
always.
I
As
know.
always.
Thank you so much.
So, how's everything been going? For people who don't know Jermichael, he used to be a frequent guest on our show all the time, and you're back,
Most
and you're going to start to be a more
Yes,
frequent
sir.
guest.
Yes, sir. I'm
more
glad,
so.
Glad to have that as well.
You
man.
always
So-
have a platform here. I always tell
Yeah.
you that. Anytime you want to come on, hit me up. You got something to talk about, let me know.
This is your chair.
Yes.
That's what's up. It's been a long time, but
Yes.
you guys always support us, man. So we've always been grateful. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Community activist out of Salisbury. You consider yourself a community activist, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Out of Salisbury.
I would say community activist and youth advocate. if
Youth
that-
advocate,
yeah,
yes.
Most definitely. Yeah.
I like that. You've also been a big part of Extraordinary League of Gentlemen nonprofit
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah, shout out to Chucky Smiley,
Yes.
our president. Yeah, most definitely. We've done some things over the years, and we're actually excited about the future, man. We have some big campaigns that we will have coming up next year.
Nice.
Chucky gonna break that real soon, and we're just grateful to have the opportunity to do things in our community. Man.
And you got your Lions Club?
So we don't have that any longer.
Okay.
That's something that we've kind of fell back from. We
Okay.
still support those clubs and those organizations.
Right.
We're still around to do things and support with that. But we no longer have ours.
Okay, well, talk to us about what you've been up to.
So I just been chilling, man. I took a little break.
Okay.
Self care.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Of course, I lost my nephew.
Oh, man.
And it was a big
So
impact.
sorry to hear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
During the epidemic, man. I think everybody should take some self care. Trauma is a real situation. And the epidemic itself is traumatic. We've all lost somebody or know someone who has lost someone to the epidemic. So I just think, we got to take some self-care. So losing my nephew caused me to really think about that.
Yeah.
Along with the pressure of, dealing with what was going on with the youth. Our youth are truly going through some things right now with this epidemic, especially with school, the style of schooling that they had to go through for these past 2 years.
Very hard.
Yes, it's been very hard,
I know.
man.
I'm with our kids. I mean,
Yeah.
I've talked about it many times on the air, but my kids did not do well. And some say, "Oh, it's fine."
Yeah,
I
most
don't know why
definitely.
you're complaining, but some did not.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think the majority did not. I
Yeah,
think if you were to
I agree.
ask teachers
Yep.
and you were to ask educators right now about their schools locally, they would tell you that there's a lot of dysfunction. Kids really can't get back into that style of learning of being in the classroom. And to some kids haven't learned anything in 2 years.
Yeah.
They've been self-teaching for 2 years if they've been learning from home. So I just thought about trauma. We talk about trauma. We're thinking about trauma. We're thinking about mental health. And we truly need to buy into that as a community more right now. So I took a little bit of self-care and I took a break, but I'm back. I'm
Yeah.
excited to be back. I'm excited to continue the great work that we continue to do. in
Well,
our
we were
community.
talking a little bit off the air. I think 2022 is going to be, and I know we said it about 2021.
Yeah, most definitely.
I know we did, but
Right.
I really feel like 2022 we're gonna. And we are back to doing things that we were doing, just with different, protocols and
Right.
different things. But I think that 2022 is going to be a much better year with, the whole pandemic and everything. And I think that we're finally going to get the relief like we've been waiting for.
I'm hoping so, man. That's the prayer. And the thing about it, Bill, man, that I've learned through this as well is we just got to see the positive in everything.
Yeah.
We could, like you said, off air, if we
Yes.
focused on the negative, I mean, that's going to cause mental health in itself.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you got to just try to focus on the positive and continue to do great work. And as a community, just keep preaching the message of positivity, trying to move forward in a positive manner. And really respect the protocols. Like,
Yeah,
The protocols are here. They're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
So just respect the protocols and move forward with life.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I remember when everything first went down, and with the masks and stuff. I mean, again, we've come a long
Yeah, most
way.
definitely.
We've come a long way. But if a place now is like, oh, you got to put a mask on or you got to do certain things, I'm not tripping as much as I was before.
Oh, yeah, most
Let's just put I might trip, but I'm not tripping as much as I was
Right,
before.
right.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I just got to do what I got to do. Let's go.
It's the protocols right now,
let's
man.
just let's go. Let's do what we got to do. Let's get back on track.
It's the way of the world. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing. This just hit us locally. It hit the world.
Yeah.
So that's the component with the trauma part piece, man. We all been living in trauma for 2 years in some sort of way. So we just got to take those mental health breaks. We got to take that time for ourselves and regroup and just try to make a plan to move forward in a positive manner.
And let me
your
tell you
families.
something. We went through it personally. I mean, I'll admit it. We went through it personally with mental health. And it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's not like.
It's real.
I mean, and it happens everywhere. You never know what people are going through.
Yeah, most definitely. So you
And
just got to
how
stay positive.
different things
man.
affect different people in different ways.
And the pandemic showed us a lot, with social media and TikToks, and we've seen a different side of people during the pandemic.
Have we?
From government things that have happened down the trickle down effect, man. But
I think one of the biggest, and I know, I like to talk politics with you. I think one of the biggest things that I experienced personally is all the fake new. I think the biggest terrorist in our country is the fake media, like the fake conspiracies that are out there about politics, about the pandemic, and I mean that I think has been the biggest problem with this whole situation.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Is the
You just gotta do your research. That's
yes,
the biggest piece,
yes.
man.
But watch who you follow,
Oh, no, most definitely.
because
You gotta watch who you follow. But if you dig deep enough, it's there. Like
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest pieces, right? They hide. I've always been saying, hide. You want to keep something from someone. Most people don't read, so hide it in a book. You gotta put that information and go research it and find multiple sources, right? Don't go to
Yeah.
your favorite source.
Exactly.
Go to multiple
Multiple.
sources.
Exactly.
And then you compare those things, and then make those choices for your life.
Well,
what you want to.
and again though, like you say that, but then again, sometimes you go to like the dark side of YouTube or the dark side of these different people out there
Right.
and conspiracy groups and all this, and you get so caught up in and it's almost like you're like wow, like
It can happen,
holy ish.
man. Yeah.
But then like you realize that it's a lie, and then you come back around, which happened to me.
you gotta
I was a victim of starting to believe some of these conspiracy stuff, but it was so believable. They, some of the stuff that you would see, and some of the coincidences
Right.
and things that.
Well, if you have control of the narrative, you can make it look like what you want.
Yes, you can.
That's
yes,
even
you can.
pictures that you see, angles and cameras and things. If you have control of the narrative, you can always make it look like what you want it to look like.
Yeah.
So it's all about looking at the source of the narrative as well. Who's presenting the information? You also got to research that and know who's talking and those things as well. So
Yeah, well, sometimes you just gotta do all your research, watch who you believe, and eventually you'll come back home.
I'm gonna sip on my tea.
We'll talk off air. No, we're glad. I'm excited you're here.
Yeah, man,
You
most
got a lot going on,
Yeah, most
or a lot
definitely.
in the works that you're
Yeah.
planning for the new year.
Yeah, most
So
definitely.
we're excited about that. Elog is up and running, and have some things
we
planned.
had Operation Belly Full. You guys, of course,
Yes,
for us, and we came in
yes.
and talked about. So that was
How
very
was that?
successful.
Good?
Gave away everything.
Okay.
Gave away everything, man. You
Good.
know, it was a good opportunity for us to do something quickly. So we gave away everything that we had that day, and it was a blessing.
So what's up? What's next with Elog?
So ELOG, man, like Chucky has a campaign. So we are actually in the process, as I spoke of before, of trying to find some land.
Okay.
Because we want to build, man. We want to build our own.
Wow.
When you build your
that'll
own
be
and you
nice.
start from
like
the
you're in
bottom.
center, like
Yeah,
location.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wow.
Most definitely. So we're in the process of doing a campaign.
Okay.
To do that.
Okay.
We've written for a grant. Chucky's written for a grant.
That's
and
awesome.
We've got accepted for that grant.
Really?
And then
Oh, cool.
Nice.
we're actually going to build on top of funds to do the things that we're trying to do. So,
Right here on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, we stand on the shore.
Nice.
Again, Chucky's across the bridge, still doing great work. He's done tons of things across the bridge in those communities that
Right.
he's involved in over there, especially through his church. He's a minister now, things of that nature.
That's great. Yeah.
That's been a blessing for him. And we're just going to continue to do that great work. So that's what's up. We're going to do this campaign coming in the future. And we're going to get back to doing the seminars along with social emotional things for people's trauma and mental health. We're going to talk about IEPs with education, and we're going to partner with the same people we've been working with. Shout out to all those people who always supported us and helped us. But we still have the same team doing the same great work that are involved in our school systems, that are involved in the social worker systems, that are therapists. There's tons of things out here that we're going to try to push forward and into 2022. And
I really miss you, man.
I
I really, really
Most
did.
definitely, man.
You know,
That's what's
I
up.
mean,
I
for
miss
real,
you
for
guys as well.
Jermichael's like, even like off the air, he's like my friend, my therapy. You know, like I really missed him. I
That's
really
what's up,
missed
man.
him coming up here, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Look, we got Jermichael King Langston Mitchell live in studio. We'll talk more with him on the way.
Time for a quick reach.